This audio fiction may contain elements not suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. The caravan of traveling merchants set up their stalls along the well-traveled road that lies between the Wood Elf domains. Elata finished setting up her various artifacts from around the world, hoping to catch the eye of a curious traveler. A woman wearing a light green robe approached Elata's table.
Welcome, welcome. Are you looking for something in particular?
I was hoping you would accept a trade.
I do accept trades. What do you have in mind?
I am looking for a book on the consecrated.
I have a book about the lives of past consecrated people.
I think that should suffice.
Mai produces a solid white mask with no eyes. She places it before the older halfling.
What's this?
This is a mask priests wore to commune with the gods. It was found in the ruins of a nearby temple.
Elata picked up the mask and watched 3 distinct sets of markings appear on it. She looked from the mask to the mysterious woman.
I think we can make this trade work.
Elata pulled the leather-bound book from the shelf and passed it to the stranger.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Later in the day, Elata was approached by a young man. He looked at her wares, examining each item curiously.
Are you looking for something specific?
I want something unique. A mask for the masquerade for Pramod.
I was just traded a mask earlier today. It has magical properties.
Magical? What does it do?
I have no idea.
Elata looked at the young man curiously. His ears were oddly shaped for any species of elf that she had ever seen. Colum looked at her, then pulled up his hood.
I did not mean to make you uncomfortable. I've never seen ears like yours.
My mother says they're from my grandfather.
Fascinating. Have you ever figured out why you have ears in that shape?
They are just what his ears looked like. My grandmother is a halfling. My mother is half wood elf. My father was human.
That is an incredibly varied family tree.
I suppose. Do you think I could try out the mask before buying it?
Oh, right. Of course.
Elata passes the mask to Colum. He puts it up to his face, then looks around at the strange world he sees through the mask, despite the lack of eye holes.
Wow. That is amazing.
Colum lowers the mask.
This may not work for the masquerade, but it should prove interesting. How much?
500 gold.
Colum counts out the appropriate number of coins, then lays them on the table. The pair part ways.
I wonder what he saw in that mask. Not that it matters. I'm just glad he liked it.
While he wore the mask, Colum explored the breathtaking area around him. The water glittered beneath the moonlight, the flowers glowed, the leaves were vibrant red, gold, and orange, but the night was clear and warm. He walked further, then the orchard became a tundra. He shivered at the mercy of the frigid winds. Several people walked outside and stared at the sky. Colum looked up as well.
Oh, a meteor shower? It's pretty, but it hardly explains why the environment changed so much.
Colum turned toward a dark-haired, high-elf man. One of his eyes was blue, the other was red. Sylnar felt somebody's gaze on him. He looked at the mysterious man.
Hello? Can I help you?
You seem familiar to me.
I believe this is the first time we've ever met. My name is Sylnar.
Sylnar? As in the Deception God's mortal child?
That depends on what you believe, I suppose.
I've heard so much about you.
I can't imagine how or why.
Because you changed the world.
I never do anything that has an impact, I promise.
I cannot believe you could think that.
Sorry to disappoint. If you'll excuse me...
Colum watched Sylnar leave. Curious about the man who had come to represent Pramod in the Zodiac of Ullord, he followed, the High Elf man. Sylnar wandered through the tundra to the idealistic paradise. Stunned and confused, Colum followed Sylnar back to the orchard.
What is this place?
I have no idea.
Sylnar turned toward the stranger abruptly.
You followed me here?
Yeah, I want to know what this place is.
Who are you?
My name is Colum.
And what are you?
Colum shrugged and approached Sylnar.
A Chasm Dam Wanderer.
Mixed ancestry? Of what?
Human, halfling, wood elf, Sama.
I don't think I've heard of that last one.
Few people have.
Colum extends his hand to Sylnar.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Sylnar looked at the other man again. With trepidation, he shook the stranger's hand. Colum paled when suddenly Sylnar disappeared.
Sylnar? Sylnar, where did you go?
Colum took off the mask, then put it back on. His surroundings before the mask were him in his tavern bedroom. With the mask on, he was in the verdant paradise. When Sylnar didn't reappear, he took off the mask again. His eyes were pulled to the crescent moon on the side of the mask.
When did that get there?
Ariana stared down at the book's wording. She stared incredulously at the changed wording.
This isn't right.
What isn't?
You said this was a play about the zodiac signs altogether, right?
It is. It was written a few centuries ago. I typed this copy from the original since the original was in terrible condition.
Then why does it say Colum instead of Sylnar for Pramod zodiac sign?
What? Why would it?
Leandra took the book from Ariana. She adjusted her glasses, then shook her head in disbelief.
I don't know what to say.
I have a sinking feeling.
Ariana grabbed a pen and scrawled a casting circle on a piece of parchment.
Under the shadow of the thief, under the shadow of the thief, under the
What are you doing?
Calling Pramod.
No. The paean for Pramod is beneath the divine mask.
What? No, it's not. This is Pramod's chant. It has been since he could be summoned.
All right. If you want to chant the incorrect words, suit yourself.
Pramod, if you can hear me, this is...
The room goes cold and a thick fog appears. The god then appears beside Ariana.
Oh, apologies for my tardiness, my mortal cherub, but I had to prepare a few things.
You're actually the deception god?
That I am, cleric of the knowledge god.
Pramod snaps his fingers and 3 chests appear.
There seems to be something strange happening. I'm not certain the cause, but your call was so quiet.
Printed words changed. I know you're never going to answer anybody about whether Sylnar was really you, or your son, or just a thief. But his name changed in this printed work, and she can't remember your paean.
She's a cleric of my brother. Don't they usually have exceptional memories?
In my experience, they do.
What are the words to call me?
Beneath the divine
Under
mask.
the shadow of the thief.
Consecrated and thus divine.
Pramod motions to Ariana, then looks at Leandra.
A cleric, but not a living divine creature.
You're talking around the consecrated. You think a mortal with divine abilities did this?
That I do. You can still be affected by the gods and their abilities despite being born consecrated. But others, who are living divinity, cannot afflict you with any divine magic.
Right, I follow you.
Her words about the mask. I think I have an idea of what is happening.
What can I do to help?
Go about your life as if nothing has happened, but keep Sylnar's name alive. I need to find where some long-lost artifacts have gotten to.
Should I be worried?
You won't let anything bad happen to Sylnar, so everything will be fine.
Pramod disappears.
What? What just happened? Was that really Pramod?
It was.
I can't believe he was so ordinary.
He's anything but ordinary. I'll take this book, though. I think I'll need it for Pramod's celebration.
What are you going to do with the play?
Some bard friends and I are going to put on a play with the various stories about the lives of the zodiac signs.
That sounds delightful.
Maybe the play will help keep Sylnar's memory alive, too?
Elata jumped when an entity appeared beside her.
What? What are you?
Agent of Chaos, gifted with a special ability from Sadat.
The goddess of luck is one that consecrated me.
Along with the god of knowledge and the goddess of desires.
Yes, and which of the gods are you?
I am the Deception God. Since part of your service to Sadat is to bring about chaos and chance to some of your customers, I am betting you have had an indirect hand in the events.
Which events?
Some rather troubling ones. The ones that are rewriting the cosmos themselves.